Here it is, Hakuin Zenji's Song of Zazen. All beings by nature are Buddhas, as ice by nature is water. Apart from water, there can be no ice. Without the many beings, no Buddhas. That's a reference to bodhicitta over there. How sad that people forget the near and seek the truth afar. Like someone in the midst of water crying out in thirst, like a child of a wealthy home wandering among the poor. That's a reference to the story of Gautama Buddha, I guess. He was a child of a wealthy home wandering among the poor. And he did manage to reach enlightenment, even though he gave his riches away. And he was wandering among the poor. Okay, so another part that I've covered was this. Yeah, another part that I've covered was how boundless and free is the sky of Samadhi, how bright the full moon of wisdom. I've managed to explain to you how these two are connected. But the actual verse that I wanted to refer to was this. How much more those that turn about. So, when you hear about Zazen, you embrace it with joy and receive blessings. Because even those that try Zazen only once, they wash away beginningless crimes. Okay, so that's a truth actually. Just try to sit as a Zazenkai. Okay, so pass your first Dokusan, go into your first Zazenkai, you will understand why. Okay, so if you do your first Zazenkai or your second Zazenkai or a session, if you do these right, you will understand why sitting Zazen only once washes away beginningless crimes. You will actually see it for yourself, and it's going to make sense, but you need to do it. Okay, so Buddhism is something that you do. Okay, meditation is something that you do. But in any case, if you sit your Zazenkai right, you will understand why sitting Zazen maybe only once will wash away beginningless crime. But I wanted to talk to you about this verse. So, how much more if you turn about confirming your own self-nature. Self-nature, there is no nature, you go beyond mindless speculation. So, okay, so what is self-nature? So, Zen teaches that enlightenment is achieved by realizing one's true nature, which is already present within. So, your own true nature is within yourself, and what you do when you do Zazen, you confirm it. Okay, so what's that saying? That's actually a reason of much debate in Buddhism. I've read that the source of this statement is Douglas Hofstadter's book, Goethe Lescher Bach, An Eternal Golden Bread. It's one of, I guess it's one of the sources that guided me towards Zen. I've read that when I was in university, in undergraduate, and I liked it very much. It was linked to computer science, my field of study in undergraduate. Then I went on to study mathematics and philosophy. So I guess, what is that nature? So I guess Zen Buddhism says that all beings have Buddha nature. Okay? And it's a matter of debate of what that means. So Zen teaches that enlightenment is achieved by realizing one's true self-nature, which is already present within them, but through the practice of Zazen, sitting meditation, you confirm your own true nature. Okay, so the verse the verse of Hakuin Zenji Song of Zazen goes on to say, self-nature, there is no nature, you go far beyond mere speculation. Okay, so first of all, to say that your self-nature is no nature, that means to say that you have no ego, basically. That's what I understand by saying that self-nature is no nature. Well, there's a lack of ego. There exists no ego in a person, okay? So that is self-nature, that is no nature. But what does it mean to say that you realize your true nature, which is already present within? Well, you are going to decipher that when you sit at your Zazenkai. So make sure you meditate. So you'll have to meditate for about 2 to 6 months. You'll sit at least one Dokusan, if not more than one Dokusan. And then you go to a Zazenkai or a session. You will understand what realizing one's true nature is. But allow me to explain this. I'll try to explain this in the following way. Okay, so we have a purpose. In Kabbalistic terms, we have a tikkun. Okay, so but yeah, I guess that's not Buddhist terminology. So I'm going to confuse you if I use that terminology. So, but in any case, bear in mind that each one of us does have a tikkun. That's a useful heuristic on this one, on trying to explain this one. But one's true nature is that of being a good person, okay? That is your true nature. Understand this inalienable truth. Your true nature is that of being a good person, and you are called to be a good person. And for myself, I can say this because I speak on behalf of myself. Remember, I was not given Dharma transmission. I'm not teaching you what to do. I'm teaching you how to think. I can speak on behalf of myself, for myself, as an enlightened person, as a Buddha. It is impossible to go wrong. Okay? Now, this is a very, very big statement that I'm making here. Yet, it is true. As a Buddha, as a person that was awakened at my Zazenkai, for me, it is impossible to do a mistake. It is impossible to go wrong. Well, I could go wrong if I was to really want to, but why would I want that, right? So that's one aspect of the shelter that I'm getting through being a Buddhist. Okay, so I'm getting sheltered. I am being actively sheltered from doing the wrong things. So basically, I have realized my own true nature, and I keep on realizing my own true nature through my practice. And my true nature is that of being a good person, because I am called to being a good person.